How's it going, everybody? It's Young here, and welcome to day 40 of the Final Fantasy XV Countdown Retrospective. Holy crap, we are officially 1/3 of the way through the series. Just hang in there, folks. The 10-year-long wait is almost over. Before you proceed, I highly recommend you check out day 41, in which I discuss the first ever gameplay screenshots of Versus 13 released by Japanese magazines Famitsu and Dengeki PlayStation. In this video, I'll be talking about the first ever gameplay footage ever released to the general public of the highly anticipated title. Let's not waste any time and dive right into it. So as I discussed in my previous Countdown Retrospective, the first gameplay screenshots of Versus 13 came out on June 22nd, 2010 through Famitsu's magazine issue for that month and year. This was then followed by what could only be described as deafening silence on the game, all the way until 3 months later on September. This was when Tokyo Game Show 2010 took place, and during the event, Square Enix showed off the first ever gameplay footage of Versus 13 behind closed doors. Now, normally people would have to wait a while until the footage was made public, but this time it didn't take long for someone to leak off-screen footage that was discreetly filmed while the trailer was being shown behind closed doors. The leaked footage released on September 17th, 2010, and here's what it looks like. So yeah, while the footage was filmed with a potato, people were still pretty ecstatic. It had been 4 years since Versus 13 had been announced, so finally seeing some gameplay footage was quite reassuring for the impatient crowds, and it helped that despite the low quality footage, the game looked mighty fine as far as graphics and presentation were concerned, and even combat looked quite solid, with what looked to be a more grounded version of Kingdom Hearts' combat system. On top of the new gameplay footage, according to various media outlets, Nomura also revealed during TGS 2010 that more information on Versus 13 would be coming in a special Square Enix press conference being hosted on January 11th, 2011, so fans had that to look forward to. But even sooner than that, Square Enix actually released a direct feed version of the TGS 2010 gameplay clip to the general public, which made its way through the internet through video streaming sites like YouTube for the first time on October 8th, 2010, only less than a month after it was shown behind closed doors on September 17th. Here's what the direct feed footage looked like. Pretty cool stuff. The potato footage looked pretty good as it was, but seeing direct feed footage of actual Versus 13 gameplay was pretty sublime back then, especially since this was our first real good look at how the game looked running in real time in non-cutscene format. Now, looking back at this footage from today, I must say that there's a pretty striking difference between the world of Versus 13 and the world of 15. The former has more of a ravaged, desolate feel to it, while the latter seems to be more brimming with life. Personally, I'm glad they updated the world to something a bit more lively. But overall, I think this gameplay footage laid a good foundation for what kind of game Versus 13 would end up being. Even after the shift to Final Fantasy XV, we can see that the game retained many of its core elements, although it's also clear that a lot of tweaking has been done since. I'm certainly looking forward to seeing just how much further they have come along when the game finally launches on November 29th, 2016, just 40 days from now. With that, I would like to end today's episode of the Final Fantasy XV Countdown Retrospective Retrospective. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know in the comments below any memories that this gameplay footage might have sparked from back then. And to be further updated on all things Final Fantasy, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out!